To Spirit Medium, Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communication. Spirit medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit medium Laura now.
Hi, everybody. I still am alive. Yes, I took Monday off. I don't know if any of you noticed or didn't notice, but I decided to try taking a day off from the radio show on a holiday, as I hadn't done that. I don't even know if I ever did it for this particular radio show. I've been doing this first with a partner. I started in 2012, and then I believe it was 2013, I think I started doing it alone. But for most of the time, and every time there's been a holiday, I've always managed to connect with the show, which I like doing. But it's also important to give ourselves a break. One of the things I noticed upon coming back to work again was my third eye clairvoyantly had been restored, if you will. Everything was coming in so clear in pictures. It was amazing, truly amazing. So, lesson learned on a psychic level is that we need to recharge the psychic engine, if you will. And then on a life lesson level, for all of you that wonder how to be kind and loving to yourself, or how to express to the universe that you do believe in abundance for yourself, is to take time for yourself. So it is important always to understand that if you're going to express that you believe in abundance, that you then reward yourself with either vacations, time off, or something. Rest is as important as doing. Rest is as important as doing. So the show will begin with some pitter patter, as I'm doing now. There'll be a featured subject or a focus subject. I think I might not, well, we'll see. I was going to say I might forego the channeling. I usually do a channel group message because I have a long lesson or a longer focus subject today, but maybe it all works together. We'll see. I'll allow myself to be led. So for the first 15 to 20 minutes, there'll be more talking. There will be a group message, and there'll certainly be messages for you, but just not your own. Then the phone lines open up, and then I go to mediumship, other side connections, that is. And I do have two people waiting in the queue already. Keisha and Veronica, who are waiting for other side connections. And so I'll work with those people first. Then we move to those who've donated for life. Well, everybody that donates goes first, except Jennifer, you've made a donation. Thank you very much. You'll go in first for the life reading and healing section of the show, which starts approximately 30 to 40 minutes into the hour. So if you're interested in what that means, that donation, there is a website for the show, and it allows you to make an $8 donation, which goes in part to help animals. I love donating to help animal charities. I'd like to, help everybody, but my favorite charity is for animals and helping animals, because of all the living things available today. Animals seem to be the most well, I guess opportunistically handled, and their own voice or own needs are very rarely taken into account. So I always like to donate to animals, animal charities. So the 808 is item, let's see, 2 on spiritmediumtv.com. There is a website called spiritmediumtv.com, and there you will find everything I'm about to say. So item 1 is how to get a sale on a private session with me. That's item 1 on spiritmediumtv.com. And that's to radio show listeners. Somebody just jumped off the switchboard. Okay. Item 2 is how to enter to win a private session with me. It's a monthly contest. You're not dealing or you're not competing with everyone on the mailing list. You're only dealing with those people or competing with those people who joined during the month you're in. We have had a June winner, and I've already emailed her. Yay! The third thing is the 8 no wait. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. And the fourth thing would be, what is the fourth thing? I changed things around a little bit. Hold on for a second. The fourth thing is, oh, certification. If you want to become a soul psychic healer, the item 4 on Spirit Medium TV tells you how to do that. And there's a recent testimonial saying how great the information was, the amount of information, but also new and different information. I've heard that from 2 different people who offered me unsolicited feedback about the training material, which, by the way, delighted me. One was from Karen, and not remembering the other one right now. So there it is, Soul Psychic Healer Certification. If you are a person who wants to expand your intuitive gifts and get a certification, that is item 4. And then item 5 is to watch the show live. There is a live video feed at the bottom of spiritmediumtv.com, and there I sit in front of the camera. And today I chose very soft lighting. Woo. I don't know why. I just thought I looked maybe a little bit better that way, because believe me, honey, if you had a spotlight on me today, I'd be looking weird and I'd be looking haggard, because I've been sick. Yeah, I've been sick on and off for the last maybe 5 or 6 weeks. Ever since Memorial Day, I picked up a virus and it went into my system, and I had three relapses maybe, and each relapse, instead of getting better, I got worse, and now I'm like and that's what the focus subject will be a little bit about today. But I also want to talk about another testimonial every week now, or every show I will be reading off a testimonial just to give you a feel for the work I do. Edith V, who called into the radio show a while ago, left me an email saying, "Good afternoon, Laura. I am Edith. I just want to thank you so very much for the reading last night. I felt like I was at the end of myself with all I have been through. I wanted to know when I would be approved for the disability. You said 4 months. I am at the 4-month mark from the date of the application to now. Laura, I received a call from Social Security this morning today, 3/22/16, informing me of the approval. I thank you so very much. I would like to encourage anyone to call Laura. She's truly connected to Spirit." Thanks once again, Edith. Well, thank you, Edith, and thanks, Spirit. And I'm so happy that you did get your Social Security disability. Interestingly enough, the way this works, guys, is I get a message. Okay, it just pops in my head. I have no idea, the context. I'm giving you the straight thing I'm getting from Spirit, and they had said 4 months, but I thought it meant 4 months from the day she was asking. Little did I know she'd applied 4 months ago, and there she got her call the next day. So anyway, I know less about, like we're all, it's like the blind leading the blind here. Thank God somebody knows what's going on, and it's them upstairs, those people upstairs, because I don't know anything. I'm just the messenger. And by the way, that leads me to the next point. When you do ask a question, okay, don't be giving me all your background data, because I don't need to know it. I don't want to know it. Not because I don't like you. I like all of you. I love all of you. But because you're going to influence the medium, that's me, who is the filter for that information from Spirit. So the less I know, the less I'm going to filter it with my subjectivity. Got it? So every time I get to you on the phone lines, please do not give me background. So today's focus subject is about healing. Now, I wrote an article yesterday morning because I've had some interesting experiences. Everything's interesting, Life is much more interesting than fiction. Woke up at 4 in the morning on Monday to Tuesday, so Tuesday morning, 4 a.m., I guess. And Spirit was scolding me. Yeah, I get scolded. Spirit was scolding me and telling me that I wasn't listening to them. And I wanted to go have a coughing fit because this is an upper respiratory thing. Instead, they started scolding me. So I got the message. The message was that I was not applying healing techniques to my own self that I knew about. I use them with clients, but I wasn't using them with myself. It was almost as if using what I know with a client offered me the false illusion that I'd done it for myself. No, I just spoke about it to somebody else. I didn't do it for me. It's like that old adage of the shoemaker has no shoes or something, whatever the saying is. So I wasn't using the tools that they'd given me. And actually, I even done a self-healing months before, and it worked, much to my surprise, because I'd been taught in some classes I'd taken that you can't do it for yourself. Well, newsflash, everybody out there, not only can you do it for yourself, but you should do it for yourself. Okay? And to every physical illness, to everything in life, there's a spiritual reason for it. It's called metaphysics. Okay, so if you have an illness, there's some emotional thing going on there. It's not just that you just got sick. There could be a soul contract to have experienced illness. There could be usually you're fighting some reality or some truth, whatever it is. Some souls choose to get ill in a lifetime so that they can evolve faster. Or maybe they want to create an illness so they can experience the sense of moving towards death while they're still alive, so they can go through and the evolvement of facing fear of passing to spirit. You see, there's so many different things. I had been given another lesson last week about surrender. Okay. So my whole thing, my illness was all about surrender. I had not learned how to surrender. And they started to tell me that at 4 a.m. yesterday morning, that I hadn't done any surrender. Now, during the day on Monday, I was thinking about the surrender. I was thinking about surrender because I had spent the whole 4th of July weekend sick. Okay, I didn't cancel the show. I was planning on not having the radio show Monday night because I wanted to have fun. But instead, I was like sick. So I asked God in a prayer on Monday afternoon how to surrender, because I really obviously had not surrendered because I was still sick. That's what I concluded. If I'm still sick, I had a sense intuitively I must be in some form of resistance to something. So, and I thought I had surrendered, but apparently I had not. So after I asked God to help me surrender, or to let me surrender, or God, please take over from here, which is a form of surrender, let go, let God. You've heard that, let go, let God, that's surrender. Handing it to a higher power, instead of trying to control everything yourself. I was led just by living in the moment, living in the wonder of now. So I call it surrender is the wonder of oneness. In other words, now. I'm living in the now. I'm not fretting. I'm not thinking. I'm not trying to solve problems. I'm just being. So as I was being, I decided to rent a movie to companion myself during this illness. I can't even say recuperation because I wasn't making a recuperation. No matter what medications I was taking, both holistic or allopathic, I was not recuperating. So there I was doing my little surrender prayer, and then I was led to rent a movie. The movie is called Astral City, or in Portuguese, Nosso Lar, Nosso Lar, Nossolar. And Chico Javier, a medium from Brazil, I believe, channeled this book, which turned into a movie. He channeled over 400 books, and the religion of Spiritism is based on his works. He was born in 1910 and died in 2002, so he's now no longer with us on Earth, but certainly with us on another dimension. Anyway, the movie was fascinating. I didn't know when I was renting it that it would be anything more than just an exploration of the spirit world. I didn't realize that. I want to know about spirit world because I'm supposed to be teaching a class on it this coming Sunday, which I forgot to mention before. But it's called Spirit World Tour. And we'll be doing things like releasing karmic relationships and learning what the spirit world is like and doing some healing on ourselves. If I'm well enough, which I think I will be, and if we get enough respondents, which I have not gotten yet, I do have 2 people RSVP'd for that. If you're interested, that would be linked on spiritmediumtv.com as well. So anyway, rent the movie, and I think it's to learn about spirit world, but instead, it's to teach me something I needed to know. Ha ha ha. Funny how surrender works, isn't it? So if you're not using a let go, let God thing in your own life, you should start doing that now. And the little tidbit, or shall we say, trigger for this would be if you're working on something and you don't seem to be getting results, you want this, you want that, you want this, you want that, you feel very frustrated. No matter what you do, you always go back to zero. Okay? That's the time to stop doing anything and let go, let God. I'm going to say that one more time. When you're working on things and they're not turning out the way you want them to, okay, that's the time to let go, let God in a prayer and do nothing. So as I did nothing except follow my intuition that this movie was interesting, I watched the movie, and it's about a doctor who ends up in spirit world and has to learn about what true healing is. He thinks he's a great doctor, and he was on Earth, sort of, kind of, except that he ended up almost in hell when he went to spirit world. Why? Because he had not doctored. He did not really know what true healing was, and his own soul was in a wrangled mess. I like to say hot mess. Last person that said that to me was Susie B. Thank you, Susie B. I like that hot mess. So anyway, so he learns what healing is. And what is healing? Healing is a spiritual cause, okay? We can always work on the symptoms, and we work on, healing the actual isolated illness. But if we want to get rid of the problem underlying it, we could get sick again. We can get the same thing over and over again. I have for the last 6 years. I've been sick, maybe the same kind of upper respiratory thing over and over and over again. And for me, the trigger seems to have been about 6 years ago when I lost the love of my life to a series of events, not to spirit, to a series of events. And the events actually made it worse, not better. And each illness seems to be getting worse. So anyway, I know what my spiritual causes are, but if you are ill, if you have recurring illness, or when I use the word ill, it doesn't only mean physical. It could mean an emotional thing. It could mean a monetary thing. Anywhere your life is dysfunctioning, there's usually an underpinning, a spiritual, emotional underpinning, a soul contract, a lesson that you're supposed to be getting this lifetime. And so long as you're in resistance to getting the lesson, so long as you've not surrendered to getting the lesson will keep coming back. Sometimes worse and worse, amplified bigger and bigger, until you either get the lesson, heal, and move through that portal to a whole new level of awareness and abundance, or you will transpire and transition to spirit. So keep that in mind, guys. So it's already 1:20 p.m. I have a healing sequence. I have lots of things I can do. I think what I will do, however, is go to the group message, because it actually warms me up for the mediumship and everything. And plus, we need to do the prayer and everything before we get into that. And maybe during the group message, we'll actually learn how to heal ourselves. Okay, there's a couple of steps, and it is in the article. So I want you all to know, whatever it is that's bothering you, doesn't only have to be physical. You can remedy it with the exercises in the article. It's on the right side of my website. You can go to spiritmediumtv.com. That's one way to my website, and you'll see under recent posts, self-heal : self-heal : how to self-heal with clairvoyant healing. And if you're looking for this at a future date, just search for self-heal in the search field that's on the right side. It's right under the video. There's an open area there where you can put in a term to search for. Okay, so everybody listening, if you would please uncross your arms and legs and go into an open body position. Start to focus on breath. from the abdominal area, allowing yourself to gently and lightly release and let go and breathe in deeply. And exhale deeply. Breathing in deeply. And releasing deeply. And if you're looking for an other side connection, please ask your loved ones in the spirit world to join us now. If you're looking for a life question answer or a healing, please ask that Spirit give you your information now. That you be successfully handled and that you're given the information you need. Good. While you do that, I'm going to do the prayer. I'll be back in a second. And now what I need you all to do on your next exhale of breath, I need you to release into the space your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay, there's so much violet light today in the room. Can mean a lot of different things. Violet usually means third eye. And I also want to say before I go into the channeled messages, there was a vision I had of an older woman wearing a floral dress on a couch who was doing the meditation with us. I think she's an older woman, thick lips, salt and pepper hair, a little on the shorter side of the hair. A little bit rotund, but not overweight, thickness in the midsection. Very sweet woman who's doing the meditation with us, but I think she's for somebody in the queue. Anyway, 1 second while I call in the ones. We are here. We are the ones. We've come to join you, all of you today, to talk about health and healing. Yes, healing indeed is very, very costly for all of you on earth. You do not understand the basic premise of healing. Actually, everything on earth is about healing. There is no one on earth that does not have to experience some level of healing. There is no one here on earth who gets a free ride, so to speak. Each and every one of you has critical junctures, decisions, and ways about yourself that you need to navigate in order to move to other levels of clarity. And then at those levels, there is new healing. Physical healing is very important because it is symbolic of underlying issues. Not everyone that gets ill has a deep psychological problem. So we want to first say that to you. It does not mean that you're messed up if you are ill. Okay? It simply means that you're wanting information about something. Perhaps you want to experience what it is to be ill, as we mentioned earlier through Spirit Medium Laura, for the purpose of evolving. So look at illness as a positive directive rather than a negative one. It is a portal to pass through for the purpose of growth. Each and every one of you has the opportunity to heal in some way. We would like to give you a technique for healing today. It's very simple and is very, very effective. If you would please think about an issue in your life that is perturbing to you. It could be a physical ailment, emotional, spiritual, whatever it is. And now we would like you to think of sending in white light through the crown of your body, all the way down, pull it through to the earth and through the feet to the earth. Do it again, please. And now do it a third time. At this point, you have cleared and opened yourself for a healing. And now you may take your hands. At times, people will rub them together to sort of charge them. You may do that if you'd like. And we would like you to take your hands to an area of your body that you feel is related to the illness or the issue that you have. We will use a body-focused healing today. However, if you have an emotional problem, you might feel your chest cavity where your heart is of extreme importance. If you have an ego or money issue, you may feel your stomach area is of importance. Any area that you are drawn to is significant. This is an intuitive, instinctive process. It is not an intellectual one. Therefore, it is extremely important to do what you're led to do without thinking about it. Go ahead now. Rub your hands together, the palms of your hands together, and now find a location on your form that you are attracted to, and allow the palms of your hands to face into that body location. If you feel that you would like to touch the body, you may do so. However, most often we keep the hands out of the body. At this point, you are to transmit what you think is energy. That is subjective. However you can think of it, send in a light beam. Allow it to go into the area and ask or say, heal, heal, heal. And then you can add in what it is you want to heal. This is a mental exercise. Pay attention to the colors of the light and the energy and where it goes. It will take its own course. You may feel attracted to go to another area afterwards. Simply go there. Send in the intention with the light to heal, reminding yourself of what the healing is for. And continue to do that for a period of time until you feel you've tired a bit from it or that it is no longer significant. You may do this as often as you like, and you may do it as much as needed. It will act for you. You may release toxins this way. You may open up chakras this way. But it is a way for you to transmit your thought energy into your physical form where most of our issues will lie. Even if they are emotional, they will sit in the body form. That is what your body is for. Actually, it is to hold emotions and spirit. Your body is the place where emotions and spirit sit. So it is extremely important to follow the inclinations of inspiration in a healing practice. There are other things to do for healing on other levels, of course, on physical level, good body care, good thinking process, all of those things. But the first step is to do what we just said. And remind yourself on a regular basis, because issues will creep up again, almost to challenge you. Every time you do so, just say to yourself, healing is possible and it's happening now. Healing is possible and it's happening now. At those times, if you can, or as close to those times as possible, do another healing on yourself. Remember that you can heal yourself. It is up to you actually to heal yourself. For no one, no doctor, not anyone can actually be the healer but you. Namaste. Okay, well that's good because I didn't want to, I didn't have the time. Okay, so now we're going to go to the phone lines, and first caller that has asked for another side connection. Oh, things have changed. people have gone away. Not everybody though. We have a Veronica and we have a Lisa, but there was somebody else waiting for another side connection. She's gone. Okay, so I'm going to go to Veronica, who's been waiting very, very patiently. Hello, Veronica. Hi, honey.
Oh,
Hi, sweetheart. There was a woman. I don't know. Let me connect with you, Veronica. I don't want to say the woman I saw on the couch was for you, but I could have been for the other woman who jumped off the phone. Also, 570 Veronica, who is in spirit for Veronica, loving woman. Okay, it's a female for you. A caring mother type. She sits there. Her presence is with you now in the same place that you're in, no, the room that you're in. She's looking out for you in all aspects of your life. She's not leaving you or allowing you to be alone too much. I need to get some evidence from her, mommy or mother figure for Veronica. Okay. Is there a Caribbean or something like that in the family line? Someone in the Caribbean or that kind of food or cooking, that kind of thing. First thing that comes in is sense of that. Do you understand that, please?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. As cooking is very important in the family. She says, we all love to cook. We're all very, very good at it. You included, Veronica. She says, although I never told you enough of that when we were together on Earth. She says, you love to cook for your family and you're very good at it. I guess she was a little in competition for who had the best whatever. There's also a sense of you having your own children, like a son at least. You understand that, please?
I have a daughter.
Oh, okay. Oh, we'll stay with that. Now, this could mean the male that I see coming down the family line. It could mean something else as well. But I thought it meant, well, you do have a child, so we'll just leave it there for now. Okay. So this woman's kind. She has a kind face. She has high cheekbones. She has a slender nose, uh, full lips. She looks lanky. She doesn't look heavy. This particular female I'm seeing right now. She's wearing a hat. It looks like she might have had her hair a little longer because under the hat I see the hair kind of pulled away from the face. And I see some white in the hair as well. And she's lanky and she's slender. It gives the impression of being taller, but I can't really tell. Okay. I think she's a family member as well. I'm not sure if it's the first woman I just spoke with, however, but that's the first vision I get. All right, let me just see. Okay, there's a few family members there in spirit for you. The first one, this is the second one. There's a few other people here as well. There's also someone that's more like a sister, either your sister or a sister to somebody else, like an aunt to you, that's there as well. And I'm trying to get one of them to just give me some evidence so I can get pinned on her. Okay, hold on. Does one woman want to step forward, please? Okay, I think it's the woman I saw on the couch. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I saw a woman on the couch. Okay, and she's a little bit thicker in the midsection. She was actually doing our meditation with us. She was very sweet. She has grayish, but there's still some dark in it, hair. It's not super short. It's a little bit softer, like it ends under the ears, but it's layered. Kind Caribbean attitude, she says, of a kind Caribbean attitude. She presents as being short. Okay, remember I said there was a taller, lankier one, but she presents as being short, and she's a little bit fuller figured, but not fat. Do you understand this woman, please?
I have a few answers that fit that description.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I'll give you more information. Oh God, she's got her stomach area is thick. She's like really carries weight in the midsection the way she looks right now. Okay, so could you give me some more information, please? I'm asking her. She said, I love your work, Laura. Oh, she's very nice to me. Thank you. I love your work. She says, I listen to the show a lot with Veronica. I sit at her side a lot. I'm in the home a lot. I help her with cooking and cleaning. I kind of like to be around her house. She says, you were very kind with her. To her, she says, this aunt, I guess, it's an aunt, since the moment of your birth, she says, you've always been very special in my eyes. You're my favorite. And there's a word there. Okay, God, are you a godchild to one of them, honey?
Yes.
I think it's that one that's coming in. Okay, your godchild. So since the moment of your birth, you've been very special to her. She's been around you. She's always been looking out for you. She looks out for you now. There's a cousin for you that's also here in spirit. That's the boy or the male that we was. Okay, that she was showing me before, that's with her also. She takes very good care of him. You've been worried about him. He's around. He's around your house too sometimes. She keeps talking about this being around your house at times with helping with things. So you must have been wondering, why this is happening, why that's happening. Maybe you hear things like doors open and close or things like that. They're taking account of that. They're taking responsibility for that. They say they don't mean to alarm you, but they do like to be with you. They're like your favorites. Okay, they favorite you. They like you very much. Now, have you ever heard anything in the house, Veronica, moving around or noises or things like that, love, that kind of make you wonder? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you don't seem like the easily frightened type, and I know you believe in the afterlife very strongly, Veronica. So uh, none of this is really offensive to you. Something about the word jumbo, or there's a dish. It's like a jumbo or jungo or some kind of like a soupy thing that's like a stewy thing. This was one of her dishes, and it seems to have like a something in it, like a crawfish or something. Do you understand that, please?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, she loved that kind of food. That was a favorite when she was on Earth. Now, she says that in spirit world is no there are no self-esteem issues for her anymore. She said that when she was on Earth, she had some issues with her own. Oh, she says the word health, but it's emotional health because she didn't feel good about herself a lot in her own life. She felt underprivileged and overlooked a lot in the family. She was like, I don't know, like the smallest or the youngest or the overlooked one, like the runt of the litter, but I don't know if she means that literally. She says everybody took advantage of her and there was a lot of control over her. And she says she never seemed to be able to do the things she needed in life that she needed to take care of. She says money was okay, she got by, but self-esteem was not that great. Do you understand that for the person you're thinking of, please?
I was pretty young when she passed away.
Okay. Well, anyway, she says that in spirit, she says there's no one that no one needs to look out for you anymore. She says everybody is taken care of by God's energy and love. She loves you very much. Let me just see what else wants to say. Anything else? What? Oh, no wonder I was saying, why do I see the color blue? Because it's right in front of me. It's not meaningful to the reading. Veronica, hold on. She says, just get out of the house more, Veronica. She says, you've been holding yourself back lately from doing something that you really need to take charge of and move forward with. She says, has to do with your life and where you're going. She says, you keep like you're tepid about something. You don't want to take the steps. She says, charge forward. She says it will be rewarding for you in the end. I'm going to find out what it is. What is it, please? Okay, it does have to do with you, Veronica, and you feeling good enough about something for yourself. And so we go back to self-esteem. So you and your self-esteem. So she went into all that thing about her own because it's coming back to you. And you're not taking charge of something in your own life. It has to be a health issue that you're not doing for yourself because you just don't have the courage or the self-esteem to do it. She says you'll be successful at it. You need to take the first step forward. It's a health issue. Do you understand, please?
No, I didn't see the doctor in a while.
Do you have anything that you're trying to do with your body, honey? Like, are you carrying any extra weight on you? Do you have any kind of symptoms that you're concerned about?
Not really.
All right. Do you have any self-esteem issues that you can think of?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So whatever that is, she seems to think it's a health, well, okay, always emotional things are health issues as well. It's holding you back from taking a step or an activity in your life that you really need to do and want to do. She says, don't hold back anymore. Move forward and do it. Okay. She says you will, and she's doing a little portraying of the future or trying to say you will be very successful. So have the courage, my dear, and move forward. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Veronica. God bless, love. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to go to Lisa, who's waiting for another side connection, and then I will be going to Jennifer. Jennifer's now wanting a healing. Okay. I don't know how we got from that reading to healing. Okay, Lisa. Hi, honey. Let's see. 860 is your area codes. Hello. How are you, honey? Lisa?
Hi.
Hi,
Thank you
sweetheart.
so much.
Oh, I hear something about you being a very spiritual person, and you do have high belief systems, particularly in your purpose and other people's purpose, and you are guidance for other. You offer guidance for others, not only for yourself. So you're a healer of sorts. Do you understand that, please?
Yes.
All right. You're a kind and loving person. Mom is here, or a mother figure is here for you. She's looking out for you. And she looks or presents as, whoever this is, very old. Okay. Well, it looks very old, the picture she's given me of herself on Earth. As it looks a little thinner, the face is very narrow. It looks like we get narrower towards the chin, a little wider towards the temples and the forehead. She's got pure white hair, and she might have lived to a very advanced age because of the image that she's giving me. There's very kindness to her face. There seems to be glasses at her eyes. Hold on, let me see if she can give me something else a little more identifying. This is for,
grandmother?
could be. I'm trying to get some information here. She's very thin. She's sort of like either in a bed or she's not up, she's not standing. She's either in a chair or a wheelchair or a bed. She has a blanket on herself and she's very thin. She's emaciated. Her lungs are filled with something, water, she says. So I would assume that your grandma seems to be on your mother's side, is what she's saying to me, had some problems with lung issues and or pneumonia, okay, towards the end of her life. Do you understand that, please?
Yes.
Okay, there she is, waiting for you. Not waiting for you to die, but waiting to say hello to you. She's, she says you've asked her for help quite often on various things in your life, and she wants you to know that she's listening and she hears you. She is able to help to a certain extent, but she says you actually have more power than she does. The best that she can do for you is plant in your head ideas for success, the most powerful being belief in the system of God, belief in the system of God and light, and that you know about this, you're working with this. She says you're a very powerful healer, you're helping many people on their soul's evolution. I'm getting all kinds of chills right now. Woo! You're helping people on their soul's evolution. You're being guided, and you know what you're doing. She says, I love you very much. Thank you for that. Huh. You must have tried to either heal her or offer her some kind of a reading or something. She says, thank you for that reading and healing you gave me a long time ago. So I don't know if you did that when she was on Earth, or maybe you just sent her light after she transitioned, but she notices that and recognizes that. It was very important for her to, okay, it was for transition. It was very important for her to transition to the golden light, as you helped her do easily and gently. She was released from Earth by many loving people or souls around her at that time, you included. She thanks you for that and giving her that. It was, I don't know. She seems to say it was somehow it was a send off, and that there might have been some reason for that, because I'm just assuming, you know, as the medium, because she said the send off helped her cut that cord. Oh, I get it. She must have lingered to a very advanced age. Do you understand, please?
You mean her soul or her body?
Body. She's in her body, and she's. It's. Did you hear what I said? Did you understand that about her?
I do remember the last time I saw my grandmother, and I think of it often. I don't know what was said, but she didn't want anybody to walk into the car, and she didn't want anybody to hug her. And I insisted, and I spent time talking to her at the car. I don't remember what I said.
Okay.
But it was the last.
Oh, okay. Well, what she's saying is that you've done some kind of a healing or reading for her. I'm getting more information on that. And it's after I said that, then all of a sudden she went into something about being released from Earth. And that maybe you said a prayer, let grandma go to spirit easily. Maybe you knew she was near passing. But that's what she's talking about now. Okay. And maybe there's two different incidents, but she's talking about the fact that you helped release her, because it seems like she was captive in her body for way longer than she would have cared to be. Okay? Do you understand, please?
Yes.
All right. And maybe you weren't aware of that, but can you confirm that you might have said a prayer for her or something like that to help her go?
I know that the day she died, I had gone to work, so nobody told me, but I know that I got up that morning feeling excited and happy, like something wonderful had happened.
Oh, okay. So it's not so much that you actually did a prayer to release her to spirit, but that you did sense her transition by that energy. Ah, interesting. Did you make a prayer at any point along the line saying, I hope Grandma has a smooth transition, or may she move to the light easily? Because that's what she's saying. If it wasn't that day.
Probably, I'm very spiritual, so I'm always praying.
All right. Well, then that's what she's saying. She heard that prayer, and I think you must have, because she says it actually helped her transition. And she said it was hard for her to get out of her body. She wanted a transition. She lingered on, and it was not pleasant after a while. So there was something about people around her sending her off to the light in prayer that was very instrumental in allowing her to unhinge from the body to move into spirit. So she thanks you for that. And hold on, there's one other message, and then I'm going to go to Jennifer. Jennifer, I apologize for taking so long to get to you. Lisa, let me just see what's the message from Grandma. She says you're very spiritual. She says, I love you very much. Do you have a long lace gown, maybe her wedding gown or something? Do you have anything like that, love? Of hers?
My mother's wedding gown. My grandma's wedding band.
Okay. Let me see what she's trying to say here. She loves you very much. She's giving me all these images and ideas, but nothing's crystallized. I'm trying to get one from her for you. She loves you very much. She says, take care of yourself. And she's trying to say she loves what you've done with your hair. I'm not giving you the message. I've held back because last couple of times that message came through, it didn't really mean that. But if it has any, it could have significance in a broader way, that maybe you're making some changes in your life, and that she likes that. So with that, I will say adieu, Lisa, and allow you to go off and have your beautiful day. Thank you so much, honey, for calling in. Thank you, love. Bye. Thank you. Okay. Sorry for those lengthy connections. I guess I was sucked in by spirit. Jennifer, go ahead, honey, because I've... Hi, sweetheart. So you're wanting a healing and not a answer to a question now. Is that...
No, that's a mistake. I made a mistake. It's a life reading. I just had a question about career and relationships.
All right. Give me a question to begin with, and don't give me background, okay, love? And then we'll get the process started, honey.
Okay. I'm just, wondering where I'm going to be working, if I'm going to be, making good money so I can get out of bed, and
all right,
just have some concerns about school and how this is going to affect my family, and some stuff that happened a couple of weeks ago, just how I need to proceed so that we can all move forward and, be happy and content with our lives.
Okay, now I just want you to, I'm going to reiterate, which I've said to you a few times. If you give me too much information, I can't even get started on it. It overwhelms me. Okay, so what I'm going to... That's all right. It's for you. I'm doing this for you, so you get the best results. So we're driving a Maserati. It's called Laura's Psychic Abilities. And the way we drive the Maserati, okay, first thing we got to do is know how to drive the Maserati. And the Maserati drives best by putting the key in the ignition, or, nowadays it's a touch start. So let's just start the engine with his touch. And the simple question then is, what's going to happen with work for you? Now, you are employed. Is that correct, love?
No, not currently.
All right,
to a few different agencies.
Don't say anything to me, honey. Just shh. Just yes or no. I'm going to control your answers a little bit more now, okay, Jennifer? So let's see what's happened with work for Jennifer. 724. You're a very emotional person, very feeling person, you're a very kind person. You love everybody. You're always giving everybody your heart, your help. You're a giver, not a taker. You want to get out of the work that you're in or have been in. You're trying to get into something new, which will be more in alignment with your heart. Your heart is extremely important to you. And so we want to say as your guides that you will finally find work in the line of work that you're looking to do. And the issue is, for finding employment, is that you don't believe there is a lot of work in what you really want to do. So what you've been doing that affects your abundance, honey, and prosperity is trying to fit a round peg into a square hole. You're not fitting into the line of work that you have been pursuing. So we want you as your guides to look a little bit more carefully at the line of work that you really want to do, and focus on that. In the short term, you may pick employment, and you will have employment doing things that are not as favorable for you. both monetarily as well as your psyche, what you like. However, eventually this will lead to affording you some kind of income until you can get aligned with what you really want to do. Now, have you ever given any thought to what you really want to do, love?
Yeah.
Okay. You have a very sincere kindness to you. Okay. And you're the giver. You're a lover, giver, helper. Your person wants to help others. I would assume there's either charity or animals or older people or younger people, something that you should be doing that has to do with that. Okay. Shorter term, you can work in the fields that you were in. Now, you want to say something about agencies? What did you want to say about the agencies, honey? I'm afraid to let you talk because God only knows where we're going to go with this. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. I just feel like everything's come to a stall. I've interviewed, and they're either not giving an answer or feedback, or maybe
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the reason that you're not getting ahead is because your heart on a spiritual level is you're really geared towards something else. Administrative work or whatever the heck you've been pursuing is not going to. It's not good for you in the long run. And they also said that, I didn't say this, but they gave me so much information so fast, but I'll say it now, is that your self-esteem could be affected by being in the wrong line of work. And right now, not hearing back from agencies and everything else. So what is it that you think you would really want to do?
What I really want to do is work from home, being a writer and a personal trainer. But I've been having some physical issues with my hips. And I know that I can conquer it. And then once I start to feel better again, I could probably get licensed and maybe do that part time.
Licensed to do what, honey?
To teach Zumba and get into Payo and maybe even like suspension, physical training, and become like a personal trainer. I think that would really make me happy.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to be helping people with body issues, right?
Yeah.
You want to give people because what I want to offer this to you, because maybe you're not seeing it, but I see you as a person that when you bring life to another person, when you awaken them to something great in themselves, like let's say that they are overweight and you help them thin down, okay, that you will feel very, very rejuvenated and rewarded yourself. So don't overlook that about yourself. You're not in it so that you can be the star in front of the Zumba class, which is nice, but you're going to get far more reward from the underpinnings of working with people so that they become the best they can be. I just want to say that because it'll help you refine what you're looking for. So now you're looking for a job that's more sedentary? Is that it? Like an office worker or something?
Yeah, either like data entry or making maps. I interviewed for this thing and they were excited about me. Now they're interviewing other candidates. And then the other thing is drafting, doing stuff for like the architectural place, which I don't really have that kind of a background. I can learn to do it really quick, but I just feel like there's something about my personality that just rubs people the wrong way, even when I try to be myself and professional. And I don't know what to do.
Oh, you're so sweet. All right, well, all right. All right, let me go deep. I'll try to go deep. She needs money now, Spirit. You have... Okay, the self-esteem's not good right now. Of course, you're not getting a lot of positive recognition. The hip issue. So I want to go into your hips because there's something with the hips that relates to all of this. What I'm trying to do is come to a core issue, and then we can release it, and then we can give you advice. Okay? So the hips are bothering her. What's going on with that, Jennifer? 724. You have trouble with self-esteem. When you help others, it makes you feel good about yourself. So this is what I'm getting: is you hurt your own hips. You had an injury or something. Is that correct, honey?
Yeah, it just was like this freak thing.
Don't tell.
I recovered.
Just yes or no, honey, please. I just like, okay. Because what I'm getting is you hurt yourself doing some of the athletics that you want to do. Okay, so I just wanted you to confirm that, honey. I'm moving forward now. Now, what this has done, what you've done on a subconscious level, is you created an opportunity for self-healing, not just your hips, but healing the self. Okay, you want to look at your life a little differently. You want to stop yourself in your tracks, because literally you have, to reevaluate everything. Okay, this is why you've created this. I cannot come to the door right now. I'm in the middle of a radio show. Okay, I have neighbors who knock on the door and don't remember that I have a radio show right now. Please forgive me. Okay, back to this here. Okay. All right, I have to start again because it was interrupted. Please forgive me. Okay. So you have problems with your hips because you're immobilizing yourself, because your self-esteem is low, and you want to reevaluate why it's low. You want to heal it. You want to build yourself up again from where you once were. You're not really wanting to do any of those jobs as a map builder or whatever the heck it is that you want to do. And why do you have self-esteem issues? I need to go to that. Mom and dad were fairly nice to you. Everybody was pretty good to you growing up. Okay. What I get for you, darling, is that you have a uniqueness about you that you like. Okay. You want to find this. This is your path this lifetime. When we get this clear, then we can get to the second part of this, and then I can frame it for you. So what I feel is your soul's plan for this lifetime is to find unique, creative expression of self, of inner core values, of inner truth. Kindness is one of them. Okay. Self-acceptance is one of them, but teaching, first accepting yourself and then teaching others how to accept themselves. So understanding this, this is what your path is all about. So you have to accept yourself first for being quote unquote unlikable, and redefine it as misunderstood. Okay, they just don't understand. So the first person that needs to accept you is you. Okay, once you start accepting you as you, then everything starts to rebuild itself. Okay, accept your illness in your hips, which you've done a good job right now to kind of be accepting of it. I think that you're doing a great job of that. Starting to like yourself more instead of it's a really difficult trip here. I know it's a difficult journey when everybody else you believe thinks, doesn't like you, as you said, or sort of tries to detach a little bit from you, and your personality doesn't seem to blend well with others. But saying to yourself, it's because I'm unique, I'm different. But I am highly skilled in, this is the message, I am highly skilled in many areas. Okay, and through my abilities, I am liked. And so I build my abilities up on a daily basis to help others and myself. If I am lacking in any talents that are needed for a position, I will build them up until I find the exact job that is right for me. I will not allow people to misunderstand me any longer, and I will use my skill level as my method of expression. So what the message is here is get a skill and develop it and get a job based on the skill. Now, if you don't have a skill needed for some of the jobs you're going for now, then go for a job that you have the skill for. I'm sure you have some certain skills for things you know. This way you can get out of the issue you have immediately, your first issue, which is money. Oh, I'm talking here and nobody is connected to me. What the heck happened here? Jennifer?
I'm still here, Laura. 90 seconds.
I'm so sorry, honey. Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's not your fault. Something happened with the switchboard, I guess. What I'm going to do is stay with you for a while longer. I apologize to everybody for this show. Well, it was a good show, actually, not a bad show, just a lot of people I couldn't get to. So I apologize to all of you if I haven't been able to. And some of you got knocked off the keyboard, knocked off and came back in, and I couldn't get to you. Anybody?
60 seconds.
Just stay with me for a little while longer, Jennifer. Anybody who couldn't get through, if you do need to get a reading, there's a donation system set up for you, or you could just wait and take your chances if it's not urgent. Everything is at spiritmediumtv.com, including how to get a discount on a private session with me. So now I'm going to finish up with Jennifer, and then we will finish the show. So what I was saying is, what I'm not saying is God says, because your problems are beyond my abilities. God needs to come in, spirit needs to come in, your guides, your angels, your loved ones in spirit are coming in through me to give you advice. And I'm going to summarize what I just said again. It's not easy to understand, but what the advice is to base
10 seconds.
your relationships with others on skills, so that it's not a subjective decision to hire you. It's more an objective decision. It should be an objective decision. Don't leave it open like that. Do you understand what I mean?
Okay.
Okay, so next job you go in on the basis of what you know, not your personality. That's what they just said. Okay, and stop doing that to yourself. They seem to think, your guides, that in all cases, if you build your life and relationships with others based on what you know, not your personality, you will get a lot farther, and you will start to create a path of abundance for yourself, versus this restricted thing where you're constantly feeling like nobody likes you, and then you start to not like yourself, which is very destructive. Okay, so the first step to like yourself is to develop the skills that you have that are employable, or that you want, that you know you can develop, that are employable, and then secondarily you can develop other skills later that maybe are to your fantasy life or what you really want to do. All right, so it's a skill. A skill-based approach for you. And by virtue of that message, I would have assumed that maybe you were trying to do everything by the virtue of a happy smile. A happy smile is not going to work. Not because your smile is not happy, but it's substance that will work for you this lifetime. And then you can start to express your uniqueness, okay, from the petals or from the abundance that flows. Petals like petals on a flower, okay, but from the abundance that flows from what you know and what you can do. And with that, I'm going to have to say goodbye to you, Jennifer. I hope that makes sense to you.
It does. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
God bless, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for this little bit erratic show. The interesting interruption in the middle of it with a knock on my door from probably the most adorable neighbor in the world, but just forgot. Anyway, everybody have a beautiful day, and I look forward to working with everyone Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Blog Talk Radio or on YouTube or wherever you find me. Bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.